Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, and everyone that can hear the sound of my voice, to this week's edition of the Petty and Informed podcast. I can't believe that, just halfway through. Well, we venture our Diddy. Oh, it's going to be a bad night. Okay.
Uh,
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, everyone that can hear the sound of my voice, to this week's edition of the Petty and Ill-Informed podcast, where we venture our petty and ill-informed opinions about a variety of topics. Joining me is Nikki. Nikki, how are you?
I'm doing good. How are you? You having a stroke? Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm just a bit tired, but yeah, I'm all right, thank you. And bollocks. Okay. So tonight's game is some more Dark Tide that me and Nikki played earlier. We've done really well. I've even gotten the hang of the new class that came out earlier this week. Kind of.
I wanna try that one so bad.
It's a bit squishy, but I'll have fun. Well, if you do decide to try it out, tell me and I'll roll an arbite, and we can level again together.
Sweet, let's do it.
I love it. Emotionally invested. Okay, so how was your week?
My week was good. I sent you a funny news story. Otherwise, my week was it's been a weird week at work. Otherwise, nothing. So boring, man. My life is boring.
So let's see. Oh yes, the raccoon one, right?
Yeah. So how was your week? What'd you get up to? Anything good?
It's been a pretty busy week. I've had to do a lot of painting and decorating. Built a new wall. Put some wallpaper up. Replaced a radiator last weekend. That was fun.
Nice.
Yeah, it's been a good time. Been a good week for Richard. No complaints.
Yeah, you have been busy. Lots of jobs. Do you actually have me beating the hell out of the boss? I was pretty proud of that. I was hoping you were recording.
I do have some really good moments, including me just dying right there because I got trapped in a corner and wasn't paying attention. I die a lot. The new class is very squishy, and I did not get the hang of it for a while. But yeah, so we played Malice difficulty, which is medium, and then we moved up to Heresy. This is Heresy. I think I stopped recording before we finished our first Damnation mission. But
gotcha.
I don't know. Maybe. This is an hour and 46 minutes recording, so obviously I kept it on for a while. I was hoping to only get an hour, but well, we got lost in the source for a while. We're trying to finish the event right here. Basically, you have to cleanse these shrines to get event points. It only took 2 days to finish it, but boy, these shrines are kind of tricky.
Yeah, especially doing them in hard.
Yeah.
We died horribly the first two.
Yeah.
Yeah, there I am on the floor.
Yeah, there's Tom.
Yay, Tom!
Hey guys, sorry I'm late.
I can see here that I'm managing to solo that Chaos Spawn, all right.
I'll give you a link in a bit. It looks rather intense, for sure.
Yeah, and the Chaos Spawn is dead.
There was plenty of times during our play today. I was very glad I was on push to talk because we'd get finished with the pool and I'd just be like, woo! Because it was super intense.
Yeah, but this is like Doom times 10.
There's a lot more movability with this.
It's brutal.
No, there are no robots in this game. It's Warhammer 40k. You play as the Inquisition, dealing with a chaos outbreak on the hive world of Atoma.
Oh,
You're just going up against Poxers, really. There are no Astartes at all in this game. Those are the Space Marines, for those not familiar with 40k lore. So you don't have to deal with the big tin men. A lot of people say that's a missed opportunity, but like there's 2 Warhammer games called Space Marine and Space Marine 2 that are just devoted to the Ultramarines. So I think they've satisfied that itch.
Is it basically the same kind of game?
Well, Space Marine, no, it's a third person.
oh.
I do
I was
love
like,
it.
well, I'm gonna
You see,
have to get it.
I've been trapped there by the Poxers. I managed to get out by sliding and dodging. I've got my bloody chems See, I was doing this the whole time. You can see there, number 4, right there. I finally remembered to do it. Take my chems, but the chems have always been optional on other classes. On this one, they're necessities, and I keep forgetting to take it.
What do they do?
Well, this one enhances my healing, regeneration, and attack speed for melee. Ow. Just got shot in the back there. There's Nikki. We're moving on. We're doing all right.
Reminds me of that scene in Predator 2 early on, where all those drug guys snort a truckload of cocaine before a battle to really heighten the intensity.
That's what I feel like I need to do. Yeah, absolutely.
It would have helped to have a couple of lines of coke on standby to get me through, because this wasn't even as bad as it got. I mean, after we did a couple of more missions on Heresy, and then we were like, okay, let's try Damnation again.
We kicked its ass.
We did manage to win, and we got to the max level. We haven't finished the campaign yet, but yeah. Did we actually? Oh, I can't. There's not a little square that shows me to see how far I recorded. But you can see these bosses keep spawning. It's either a monstrosity or a boss that spawns at the end of these bloody shrines, and it gets really, I don't know what the intense.
I get excited now when bosses and elites come up because, man, you can just see me like running up there and beating the crap out of them.
Yeah. And we can see we've cleared that one, and it's time to move on with the mission. Tom, how was your week?
Yeah, all good. It's been not a huge amount to tell. Just keep on, just trying to do better for the kids in my class, and find ways to like reach where they're really at and where their minds are really at, and do my best for them in like academically and developmentally and emotionally and things like that. So but it's all good. And I had a lesson observation on Monday, and what we did for that was, I'm just telling you for something to talk about more than not to show off or anything. But just to give an example of the kind of thing that I did with my kids for this, it was an English lesson. And I've got kids who've been trying to learn to write. Some of them have been trying to learn to write their name for 10 years, and they still can't. They're blessed them. They give it everything. They're just the way their minds are not wired for it. So you find ways around that. And what I did, this one was their task was to create a Chinese takeaway menu, and they had to match up these pictures with the piece of pictures. I had 4 pictures on a sheet of beautifully, well, decorated paper, stylized paper for a Chinese takeaway. And 4 pictures were prawn crackers, a spring roll, chow mein, and vegetable fried rice. And we've made 3 of those 4 dishes in recent lessons. And so what we did was made all this stuff, and I had some of it still in the fridge, like the spring rolls and the prawn crackers were produced in the supermarket bags. And then, when they'd made the menu by putting the right labels for each of the 4 meals, they then had to take 2 of those, and because they were like laminated little strips, but then velcroed on, so they were easily movable, and I had to move, and then to move them, I then said, right, we're actually going to use this now. And I had like a customer order form laminated, and it says I want, and then a gap, and they take either the spring rolls or the prawn crackers, put that there, and say I want prawn crackers, I want spring rolls, by pointing to the words, because they know a lot of them. Some of them can speak them, some of them are non-verbal. And they did that, and they ordered their food, and I gave it to them in a little container. So that was my lesson. And they said it was about communication and about making something with writing on it for a clear purpose. And they said, "Yeah, this is exactly how it needs to be. This, great job, Tom. Great job, team. Great job, kids." And so I just want to really harness that and find ways to be at that level more and more. Because, yeah, that was really good. And it was really nice. It's nice to feel that your best is good enough. It really is. And that's been rare for big chunks of my life. So what else? Oh, last night I went out with some of my old work friends, and that was really good to see them. That was fun. Just went for a pub meal and things like that. So yeah, cool. We went to the largest, what I was, and maybe still is, I don't know, the largest Wetherspoons in the country. Which is it was in Ramsgate, a town right on the southeastern tip kind of thing. Well, it's on one of, we've got a few different tips of Kent, and it was on one of them, and yeah, just really nice. All in the harbour, they decorated. A lot of people had decorated all the boats in all these Christmas lights and stuff like that. You'd think it'd be a big enough mission to decorate your home, but no, these guys get into like a Ned Flanders type competition to see who's got the better decorated boat. Maybe it's not a competition, but it's something people do, and it's really beautiful to see that. Well, it would have been if it wasn't so windy and rainy, which it was. We couldn't wait to get back in the car and drive home. So Hannah came with me, my darling wife, and that was a lovely evening last night. I'll send you guys.
That sounds nice.
I had one thing I wanted to talk about, and because I want to know if it's as big in America, Nikki, as it is over here.
Mm-hmm.
It's the Mounjaro weight loss injection.
What is that? Is that like y'all's Ozempic?
Well, let's see. What does that do?
It's a diabetic shot that also helps with people losing weight, but it can cause gastroparesis, so people are not digesting food the way that they should. It's going on big in Hollywood right now, so it's very much a trend thing. I know many people that are on it currently, and they all end up with this very sallow looking face. Yeah, we've had it for, I don't know, about 5 years now, or 4 years.
Can't it cause blindness as well?
I'm not sure about that.
Well, Well, I don't know if the one over here, Manjaro, is something that is linked to diabetes, or is that was originally a diabetic treatment. I don't know. I'm not
Right.
sure if I've heard that or not. It's a bit familiar, but I'm not certain. What a lot of people I know have had great success with it. They have. It's been a revelation. It's basically it does the job of, they tell me, of an appetite suppressant, and it makes it really, really easy to control what you eat so much better than people have found before. Peter, so much weight has fallen off so many people I know, and a lot of it I know for definite about 6 people who've been using it, and others I don't know, and I wouldn't ask. I just haven't talked to them, and and so I don't know one way or the other. I wouldn't ask either. That would be rude. I'd either receive the information or I wouldn't. So because it's not my business. But it seems to make it so much easier for people to resist the urge to compulsively eat.
Yeah, well, so I can tell you, like with the nurses, a few years ago, I went to a different place to do surgery for about 6 months. Anyway, all the nurses there were on it. And I've witnessed at least 2 separate nurses on different occasions getting up, leaving the room to vomit, and coming right back.
Oh,
And so it's absolutely easy to lose weight and to not eat when you feel like death. Like, if eating makes you nauseous or the thought of food makes you sick, you're not going to eat.
that doesn't sound good though. If it has that effect on people.
Oh, it absolutely does. Like, it is, nausea is a big thing. And I'm like, if you would just stop eating, apparently you'd be fine.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, I don't think Manjaro has that effect over here.
Yeah, let me look. I'm going to look it up.
Gabby's sending me stuff. Zempic's being sued to fuck, apparently.
So yeah, oh, sorry, go ahead.
Because of the gastroparesis thing that they didn't warn people about. So they're getting sued. And vision loss. Yes, blindness. I wasn't crazy.
So this looks like pretty much the same thing looking at Manjaro. They have gastrointestinal issues like nausea, diarrhea, decreased appetite, vomiting, and constipation.
Oh, damn.
So it's essentially hypoglycemia. So it is. It's basically y'all's version of Ozempic. It looks like, because it can cause hypoglycemia, which makes me think that it is meant to help with your glucose more than weight loss. But it is doing a lot of damage in the United States right now.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
That is sad.
There's never an easy solution to weight loss,
No, just eat a fucking salad.
Right. Like people that get gastric bypass, like, I get some people have a really hard time, but have you seen what people with gastric bypass have to eat after they have their surgery? If you were to just go on that diet, you would 100% like lose all that weight, because like you have a cup of, like, say, applesauce, and you have to eat that over the course of an hour and a half with an itty bitty little spoon. And if that's all you get, plus some Flintstones vitamins, then if you were to do that on your own without the gastric bypass, you're going to drop weight because you're on like a 500 calorie diet. I'm not saying go on fringe diets. I'm just also saying there's never going to be a shot or anything that's going to fix it. It is a relationship with food.
And even if you get gastric bypass, but don't change your eating habits, as soon as your stomach repairs itself, you're just going to put the weight back on.
Correct. Yep. And then you're also going to have to get multiple surgeries, not only because you have over a 1/4% chance of having to get multiple surgeries for the gastric bypass, but then you have to get like tummy tucks and stuff because you have so much loose skin. You start smelling because you have like you have bacteria growing in folds that you can't clean or dry very well, you know. So it's a mess.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
How
Gabby's,
bad.
Gabby's found lots of examples of people going blind from Ozempic. Thank you, Gabby. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't
Interesting.
crazy.
I wonder why. Like, what about it is making people go blind?
Well, I don't know. It's a diabetic medication, and one of the symptoms of diabetes is blindness, isn't it? So
That's very true.
maybe it's not the medication. Maybe they're just too advanced in there.
If they're taking it for that reason, but like if they're taking it for weight loss, there's no reason for it.
Yeah. I mean, what? So, because that's, I mean, the logical pattern there, if there's a link, is if you take it when you don't have the condition that it's meant to be for, you can therefore develop that condition or a symptom of that condition, a serious one.
Yeah, no, that doesn't sound right. It's got to be something in the mechanism of the drug itself that's causing issues. I'm gonna have to ask my surgeons about it.
How does it help with diabetes at all? Is it just the weight loss?
No. So it's essentially just like any other diabetic medication. Like it's darn it, my brain just went away. Insulin. It's insulin. Yeah.
But we've had insulin for decades. Why did
Right, but they reformulate and they do all sorts of stuff. So, you know, sometimes they put it in pens. So they change the name on it because the formula is different to go inside a pen so it lasts longer or whatever the reason for it. They're constantly updating medication, at least in the United States. So not all, you know, insulin is created equal. But Ozempic is originally a diabetes medication.
Huh.
Yep.
Well,
we had a problem with people actually not able to get their insulin for a bit because people were using Ozempic for, you know, weight loss. It was a whole thing.
Oh dear.
that's well. I don't agree with any of it. Weight loss, gastric bans, gastric bypass. I think you need to fix your eating habits if you want to lose weight, and there's no.
Hey.
It's like any other addiction. There's no magic bullet that's going to fix it.
Right. You just have to deal. I'm so sorry.
The cat in the background is being abused by Nikki, just so everyone knows.
She's really not, I promise. I'm sorry.
Stop hurting that poor animal.
She is in desperate need of attention. I'm trying to get her to shut up. There.
Those of you who don't know, that's Nikki's cat, Silly. Her full name is Soliloquy. And
Soliloquy.
That's it.
You said soliloquy.
That's how British people pronounce it.
Is it?
Yeah.
Weird. Okay. There's no R there, though. It's just QUY.
There's no U in colour, but that's how we spell it.
That's true. Yeah, but why wouldn't it be, you know, I don't know how you'd pronounce it with a double R.
Kalawa. In any case, I've lost my train of thought because you're insane.
I'm
Right,
insane.
yeah. That basically she's a very vocal cat that screams for attention whenever she wants attention.
And she's been on one today. She's not like this all day, every day, but she just, she's a cat. She waits until it is the most inopportune time. As cats are wont to do. Anyway, so
Anyway.
you pull up the raccoon.
Yeah, so I've got the old raccoon story ready to go right here.
I think most Americans have already heard this story because I think it made like news, like national news.
Yeah, so that wasn't the first time I saw it when you hey Tom.
Yeah, go on.
When it was whatchamacallit, when you showed it to me. There we go. Spirit animal raccoon. Gets drunk as a skunk in a booze store and sleeps off hangover in the toilet.
This was cool.
Officials say the raccoon was taken into custody and allowed to sleep for a few hours before being released into the wild. Presumably they put him in the drunk tank.
I love that picture of him next to the toilet. They found him passed out next to the toilet.
I mean, we've all been there. Let's be honest.
I've been there.
Worshipping the ceramic temple.
Call it the porcelain god.
Oh dear. That's such a blessing. I'm glad the raccoon's okay. I mean, if drinking deep spirits could have died from alcohol poisoning. I mean, it's licking around glass as well. What was the crazy fool thinking of?
He was thinking, I'm gonna get lit.
Yeah, they don't generally think. They just think they just find food or water and they drink it.
And it's becoming a big deal, at least in the United States, where raccoons are becoming very, very used to people. And I'm waiting 10, 15 years. We're gonna have domestic raccoons. Well, I mean, some people already do. Yeah, I mean, like I've had a raccoon or two in my life.
You're not allowed to keep them as pets in some states because of rabies, are
you? Yeah, I think it's illegal in most states, but I mean, I'm pretty sure it was illegal in my state too. But what people don't know, don't hurt them, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Like my nephew and his 35-year-old turtle.
Oh.
It was illegal for him to have.
Okay, so on a wild Friday night, the animal broke into a liquor store in Virginia and began helping itself to the stock. The following morning, an officer was asked to investigate reports of a break-in and wasn't prepared for what happened next. She was greeted by a soaked aisle that reeked of booze and was littered with smashed bottles. Spirits were the tipple of choice. This wasn't a wine raccoon. Officer Martin's inquiry soon took her to the bathroom where she discovered the raucous raccoon sleeping it off between a toilet and a bin. The sozzled suspect was rumbled and described as very intoxicated by Hanover County Animal Protection and Shelter. A Facebook statement said, Officer Martin safely secured our masked bandit and transported him back to the shelter to sober up before questioning. Brilliant. After a few hours of sleep and zero signs of injury, other than maybe a hangover and poor life choices, he was safely released back into the wild, hopefully having learned that breaking and entering is not the answer. The spirit animal has now been barred, and unfortunately, there's no CCTV footage of him getting completely pawless.
Aw. That's sad because I would have loved to watch it.
Why? Because he entered the building through the ceiling and took the camera down with him. This was absolutely planned in advance.
Oh,
The store has thanked Officer Martin for providing our visitor with a sober ride home after he racked up a substantial bill.
love it.
Brilliant.
Love it. It's always good to have like stupid, funny news.
I love that story. Because it's just like, hey, you know, we're not going to take it too seriously. We're going to have a giggle.
How are you supposed to take that seriously? I mean,
I don't know, like, there are definitely police that would question the raccoon.
or
How
shoot
did you-
it, just
or
like,
shoot
you
it,
know. I don't
They-
see the police questioning the raccoon. I just see them seeing it sleeping and being like, well, that's a menace. Bang.
God. I don't. Let's all tell a story about a time we got drunk. I'm pretty sure I'm safe enough to do that. First of all, man, when I worked at a nightclub on a university campus, and when it was like Freshers Week, and all these like 18-year-olds away from home the first time, and they go out and some of them just absolutely did not know when to stop. And it's 2:00 in the morning. It's about 3:00 in the morning. Everyone's gone home. We've done all the cleaning, and all the staff are sitting around the bar downstairs having a last pint before everyone locks up. And I mean, you're literally walking home at 4:00 in the morning, you know, every Saturday night. But it was great. And this was about 2000 year 2000. No, 2001. This was 2001. And I was. I remember one time this guy called Nigel. He was a student that had a bit more sense about him than a lot of us did. He was, you know, quite remotely responsible, and he came out of. He'd been just inspecting all the different areas and things, and he came out of the girls' toilets and he said, I mean, obviously, all the customers had long gone home. And he just comes out and then he goes, right, guys, whatever you do, okay, nobody go in there. You do not want to see what I've just seen. And so, of course, we couldn't all get in that room fast enough. And about 9 of us all bundled in to see that right in the middle of the whole bathroom area, not in any cubicles, but not by the toilets or anything. There was just this log just lying in the middle of the floor.
Someone
but
had just crapped in the floor.
Yeah, but the sad thing was there was this squelch at the end where they'd obviously sat in it afterwards.
No.
And it was like, oh no. Oh, that is just so sad. Whoever this poor girl is, I felt so sorry for her. Like, you know, she'd have been just that drunk that she was covered in poo and not able to deal with it.
Right.
Bless her heart. So yeah, I felt really bad for her, whoever she was, because yeah, I mean, who wants that? You know, who wants that? Yeah. The time I got really, really drunk. It was the first time I did it. Well, I mean, it was, and I do not recommend this to anybody. This was not one of my greatest life choices, but I was I was at a party, and I was at this party with some friends called. I was with a party with some friends called Freddie and Nigel, and the party was run by this girl called Lindsay, and it was the first time I'd ever been anything like that, and there was this guy who was an ex of Lindsay's who really did not like me. Let's call him Eddie. And It's not his real name. And this guy Eddie, he comes up and I was quite drunk quite quickly. I was drinking cider by the pint load, and I had like no tolerance. I'd never drunk anything before, so I was being an absolute liability doing this. And what I did was I remember I went up to this guy Eddie. I'm going to get it wrong. I'm totally going to say his name properly and dox him. And this guy Eddie, he was stood there in the kitchen, and knowing that he wouldn't punch me in front of Lindsay, I just went up to him really drunkenly, put my arm around him, and I went, mate, I know you think I'm a twat, but I'm really not that bad once you get to know me. And he went, is that so, Tom? And I went, yes. And then she looked at him as if to say, I mean, this was a proper in-betweeners thing. In fact, this I've only just realised, this is exactly the kind of thing that could happen in the in-betweeners. Totally. That is exactly the kind of thing that Jay would do, you know? And so then I decided a bit, one other big event was I kept going up to my mate Nigel and going, Nigel, I'm too drunk. You got to serve me up, man. You got to serve me up. I need you to slap me. I need you to slap me around the face as hard as you can. And he was like, all right. And he was giving me these almighty great twattings because I was asking for them. And these massive great slaps around the face. I was ridiculous. And then I decided I didn't like the music. And so I grabbed my Walkman and my headphones, and having drunk 4 ciders and I think a pint of lager by this time, if I remember rightly, I then was listening to Anthrax on my own on the patio on my headphones, headbanging like mad, which is exactly the kind of thing, you know, a stereotypical drunk, naive teenager would do. And then I sat down and I was like, oh, this is brilliant. But then suddenly, just like that, it all turned. I just suddenly started to feel really bad. I went, oh, I don't like it. Oh man, this isn't good. And I just suddenly it all just went wrong in a heartbeat. Moments later, I'm worshipping the porcelain god. And Eddie comes in for some sweet revenge. She goes, oh, Tom, what's wrong? I went, oh, man, drunk too much. Oh, I know what you need. You need a greasy doner kebab. No, I don't. Yeah, do you? How about a piccalilli sandwich? And he just started talking about the most revolting foods he possibly could. And I was just howling in misery, going, no. And then no one could go alone. Lindsay comes in and goes, what's going on? And Eddie goes, I'll leave him alone if you go back out with me. She goes, no, I won't. She goes, no. He goes, I'll carry on then. And she left me to continue to be so brutally abused. In the end, Nige and Fred walked me back up the road. I had an arm around both of them. I think I was puking up on the way home. I was certainly coughing a lot. And then they got me at Fred's mum's place. Fred's mum and dad's house. And then they drove me home. I think Fred gave me a cup of coffee, but it was way too hot and there's no way I could have drunk it. And I walked it's like the Red Dwarf episode. So I can't eat any more raw coffee. 2 more bowls. And I was just, so I went, I was driven home. I don't think I puked in the car. I had no memory of it, but Nigel later told me I definitely puked in my front garden. And then when I was passed through to my mum and dad, I thought I was dying, and I was crawling up the stairs, going, I don't want to die. And then they pulled the mattress off my bed and just put it on the floor so I couldn't fall out of it. And then my mum had to take my trousers off and they put me to sleep. And I woke up the next morning and I didn't think I had a hangover until I just woke up and I went, oh, I was well out of it last night. And I sat up and then it just hit me like a sledgehammer. I was like, oh man, oh ow, ow, and I was moaning about how much pain I was in. So there you have it. That was the first time I got drunk. I thought I did. I thought I got far, far too drunk, and I do not condone that sort of choice. There might be a sense of a rite of passage to it. I'm not sure, depending on the sort of masochist you are. But yeah, I certainly did it. I did it full on. My word, way too full on. I could have had a great night. Instead, I ruined it. Still, it gave Richard a good. Oh fuck! At the last hurdle.
That's what you get for even using a name. I would have just been like, this guy.
I still would have said it then.
Yeah, it wouldn't work for Tom. It'd be like this guy and full name and his address.
Anyway, besides, that doesn't matter. I haven't even said anything incriminating about Eddie. He just oh god, I can't believe that. I didn't even engineer that. I promise I fell at the last hurdle. Oh shit. Oh well, never mind.
I mean, we've all been there. Being drunk is fun until it's not anymore. You reach that stage where everything's spinning.
Oh yeah.
I mean, if you're lucky, you're at home when that happens, and you can just lie down and close your eyes and ride it out. Yeah. But if you're out when that happens, you are screwed. You are throwing up.
I had alcohol poisoning. I should have went to the hospital, but I was sick for a week after. I don't know if you've ever had a week-long hangover. That was harsh. And since then, I don't get drunk anymore.
How
week. I was sick for a week. I should have been taken to the hospital. I was very, very ill.
Oh dear.
Yeah, I weighed like $130, which is very, very, very small for me. Like you could count my rib cage. I hadn't eaten anything all day. I was 14 and I took 7 shots of Southern Comfort in about 45 seconds.
Oh.
And then went outside, got on the trampoline, did a flip on there. My boyfriend at the time and his best friend hopped on and started bouncing me, and that was it. I spent the rest of the night throwing up, and I was sick for a week. But I should have been taken to the hospital, but since I was underage, that was not going to happen. I spent most of my night in a lukewarm shower. But I haven't gotten that drunk ever, like, since. I'm very, like, I get to a certain point and then I stop. I don't get sloppy drunk.
Yeah, for the most part, I don't either.
Okay.
I don't. I wasn't sloppy drunk with you.
Oh, okay.
I was quite hammered. I was right at the edge of what I could take, but even I'm not stupid enough to cross that line in company.
Yeah.
No, just like 4 these days. 4 big ales, and that'll do me for the night.
Yeah.
That's another thing. Like, the older I get, the more into ale I get.
I do like ale.
Ale's brilliant, though.
And I'm like,
yeah, you want to be.
Oh yes, that's a good flavour. Like when you're a teenager, it's like, oh, has it got alcohol in it? Oh, Old Spice, yeah, let's drink that. But
Old Spice, indeed. No, I think what else are you into, Richard? What have been your favourites?
What else am I into? What?
Ales.
Drinks. Ales.
Oh, ales.
You heard what else? What else are you into?
I was like, what? things getting weird up in
You've
here.
been around me too much.
Yeah. But yeah, I like Hobgoblin. That's nice. I like Badger's Ales. That's
Yeah.
nice. That's a microbrewery nearby.
Oh, I do.
We had this really good stuff in Ireland, but I can't remember what it was called. I can't get it in England, but I had like 4 bottles of that, and that was really good.
Yeah, I forgot.
Uh-huh.
Is that me?
Think
Tom,
No,
are
that
you-
was me. That was me.
Oh.
That was my battery going.
Oh, okay.
when we were up in the Lake District, Richard,
Hmm.
I fixed it.
that was great. That was great for ales. What was the pub? That wasn't the pub. It was this supermarket. The one in Keswick, Booths. It was called. It's called Booths, and that was fabulous. They had so much there, so much choice. And they were great. Me and my dad loved them. We were all over those. Yeah, we thought it was fabulous place. They had so much stuff. They had you take Black Sheep, the Black Sheep Brewery. They had so much from that brewery. It was crazy. They had Black Sheep, Golden Sheep. They had Standard Bitter. They had Rigwelter, Square Ale. Had a special one for charity, I think. They had it all, and at least one other that I can't remember now. Maybe a stout. But it was brilliant. It was brilliant. Yeah. On a more annoying note, I was attacked by a can of beer earlier tonight. I was not happy.
Attack.
Hacked by a can of beer.
Yeah, man. It was all because it was because I bought Hannah a book for Christmas, and I went to go and put that in the cupboard under the stairs. And as I did so, I knocked over a can of beer. It fell about 3 feet and absolutely exploded. The noise and the mess was unreal. It was totally unjustified.
Unjustified.
I know it was. It just made this massive boom, but really, really quick, and I just got sprayed with this beer. I thought I dropped one can, and it had just come out. A tiny bit had come out of the ring pull area or something. But no, that one was still fully pressurized. It was. There's something about these particular beers. It's a stout from Aldi. And then later on, when I was putting shopping away, putting more shopping away just a few minutes later, I found this can completely ripped open and beer everywhere at the bottom of this cupboard. Yeah. So it made a right damn mess. Yeah, so yeah, that's how I was brutally attacked by a can of beer earlier today. Not amused.
Poor Tom. I mean,
Well,
you hear stories, but
go on,
you never think it's going to happen to your friends. You know,
well,
be on those old TV shows, Cans of Beer from Hell.
That actually sounds like a movie I would watch.
That was a TV show in England back in
Really?
the day. Yeah, the From Hell series, like Neighbours from Hell.
Neighbours from Hell, yeah. We all know that one.
There are a few. That's the most famous one. I can't remember the others. I do like a good TV show about bad neighbors, though.
Oh man, there are entire documentaries I watch sometimes on I want to say Hulu has several.
The best one I've seen was The Fight Before Christmas, about this absolute nutter that wanted to have this massive Christmas party. He had it every year where he was living, and then he moved into a HOA and was like, "Can I still have this party?" And they were like, "No." And then he tried to do it anyway. But it's a HOA, man. The only people that like living in HOAs are people that like that kind of environment. I would never live in a HOA because I'd fucking hate that. The solution is don't move into a HOA. But he started
Correct.
suing them, and it dragged out, and it went to the Supreme Court, and it was just, this whole thing. It's a good documentary, though. Guy was insane.
I live in an HOA, but like I don't do anything that justifies me getting bent out of shape. It's not like I'm out decorating for like holidays and shit, so it doesn't affect me. The worst that happens is, you get a message saying, hey, it's time to, pressure wash your house. Cool. I don't care. Like, thanks for letting me know. I would never
Do
think
it,
to do it
Len.
alone.
Do
Right.
it, bitches. It's my house. You don't fucking tell me how to see. I could never live like that.
Yeah, it doesn't bother me any because, like I said, it's not like I do anything with the property that I would think to fight about,
I'm the kind of asshole that would deliberately do things to annoy them. That's why I don't do it.
Yep. Well, I think in America, it's harder now to actually buy a house that's not part of an HOA. I could be wrong, but at least around here, it seems like if you're going to have a house, unless it's just out in the boonies, you're stuck with an HOA. But then again, like 80% of our houses now are owned by corporations, so of course they would make us, do HOA crap.
Apparently, Sofo's upset that Miley Cyrus is engaged.
Who's she engaged to?
The drummer for Lily.
Huh. I don't know.
Apparently, it's an obscure punk band that even you wouldn't know. So,
yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, no. Congratulations, Soflo. You found a band that Nikki doesn't know about. That's an achievement in of itself. There you are, baby. I told you I recorded you beating up the boss.
Oh, sweet. I missed it. I looked away to look at chat for a moment. It's all good. I did beat the crap out of him, though. I was pretty proud of myself.
Yeah, Madison made me watch the shit out of fucking Hannah Montana. And that sort of made me hate Miley Cyrus for the longest time.
I was very similar to that, yeah.
And then she went through her cringy, not a Disney star phase that they all go through. Yeah, slutting it up, basically.
I really didn't like her very much until I saw her as a judge on The Voice.
Well, she calmed down after a while, and
yeah. I mean, like, think about what she's been raised in. It's, probably not been a healthy. I mean, you and I have been watching the P. Diddy documentary. So we know the music industry is screwed, and I don't think that country music is probably much better, honestly.
She wasn't doing country, was she? She was doing bubblegum pop.
Yeah, but her dad is Billy Ray Cyrus.
Hmm.
So she was raised in the music scene.
Piano Man.
Me trying to rescue you.
Nikki, I want to sniff Miley like a dog. That's gross, though. Like,
I bet you she smells really good. I'm not gonna lie.
the only woman that is allowed to be objectified on this podcast is Nikki, and that's only by me.
Okay, I'm not allowed. I like Miley. I bet you she smells good. I mean,
Babe, please, I'm mansplaining feminism to you.
oh, okay, my bad.
Dude, you just got to explain it a few times for her to get it, Tom.
Mansplaining.
Oh, Nikki got
Oh.
hit by a trapper. Nikki spent a lot of time getting hit by trappers.
I spent a lot of time on the ground, squirming around. That or getting one shot by who knows what.
Oh, so
Oh.
she's engaged to a musician named Max Mirando, and he looks like a fucking dick.
All right, now I gotta look.
I mean, there's a picture of them together, and he looks like a dick.
No,
She looks
literally a dick.
gorgeous.
He's all veiny.
Yeah, she looks great. She's really aged well, but he looks like a dick.
She has Ozempic face.
Ah, okay then.
Yeah, look at how sallow her cheeks are. Yeah, he looks. Yeah, he looks like a prat, man.
A prat, yeah, that's the best way. You just look like one of those fucking edgy tryhards.
She does look good though.
Yeah, she looks great. He's definitely punching.
Yeah, he looks like he should be in the dress, you know? He looks like he's had one too many soy lattes.
Oh, speaking of cool drinks, Tom went to Costa today. They're doing this Black Forest Gatto hot chocolate. It's the best drink I've ever tried in my entire life. You probably can't drink it because it's vegan, but thought I'd let you know. On the
Yeah.
off chance
Wow.
it's vegan.
How do you
Black-
go from Liam Hemsworth to that? I'm sorry. Just
Oh, we're
He
back to
just
this.
meant
I'm sorry. Sorry. I just looked at him again and then it was a picture of her and Liam and I was like, how did she jump from the better looking Hemsworth, whatever, come for me, to that kid?
That is ridiculous what you just said.
I will say it to the day I die. Liam, give him 10 more years. He's going to be way better looking than Chris. But then again, he's got darker hair. I'm not big on blondes. Liam's a little bit darker than Chris is. So obviously I'm going to choose him.
Look, like all
Because-
men, I hate Chris Hemsworth out of pure jealousy because of how ridiculously good
He's
looking
a
he is.
blonde though. Like what kind of man grows up and goes,
You can
"I'm gonna
switch
keep
his
this
shampoo
blonde
with
hair."
fucking hair dye. It's
But he
not that
doesn't.
difficult.
That's the point. He doesn't.
No, you could. If you bagged him, you could switch his shampoo for hair dye. It's
I
not
don't
that
care. I
difficult.
just think that Liam's better looking.
You're
I just think
insane.
you give
You're
Liam 10
insane.
more years, he's going to be beautiful, way more beautiful than he is right now.
That is a ridiculous thing you just said.
Nope.
I'm sorry, but you're wrong.
I will die on this hill.
Well, you're gonna die on a stupid hill. Like
It's not stupid. I mean, like it's subjective, and I find Liam more attractive than Chris.
No. Fucking whether or not that bird at the bar is doable or not is subjective. All right, we're talking about objective fucking fact here. Chris Hemsworth is gorgeous.
He is. He's a very attractive man, but I
He's
just
not.
think he's too blonde.
He's not Henry Cavill levels of attractiveness.
No,
But-
no, he's not. And you want to know what partially makes Henry so beautiful? That dark ass hair and those blue eyes.
I was gonna say that chiseled jaws line. Is what
I mean,
makes
like he really is kind of an Adonis if we
He-
ignore the blonde thing.
and
Like
I can't bring myself to hate him because he's a fucking geek. He plays WoW.
he's
and
such a
stuff.
nerd. I mean, like his nickname in school was Fat Cavill. How can you hate him? I'm
I
sure
know
he's
it.
a douche. Like I've heard stories of him going to bars and making sure that he lets people know he's Superman. But like, does he? He doesn't have to.
Yeah, they'll just be like, look at him and be like, "We know, dude." I mean, look.
Yeah,
At
you don't even have to know of any of his movies. If a man that looks like Henry Cavill approaches you, you pay attention.
yeah. It's that dude we met at the wedding, Laurie's kid,
Oh yeah,
Cutter,
Carter.
Carter.
Yeah,
He was very good looking.
yeah, he looks like a baby Jared Padalecki, and he gets very butthurt if you tell him that.
Why?
I don't know. Like, so last time I was there for a New Year's party, he was sitting at their little island, like bar area, and I looked at him and I like, you look like a baby Jared Padalecki, and he goes, I get that all the time. And I think part of it is that he himself is an actor and he's been in a few films and he really wants, like, Disney offered him a contract. He just refused to take it because he didn't want to be tied to Disney. So anyway, I think that he doesn't want to be compared to Jared Padalecki, you know, like he's trying to pave his own way. So
Dude, if someone compared me to Jared Padalecki, I'd fucking just take that as a compliment.
right.
And be like, really? Really?
Really?
Yeah, if I sort of
I'm not
squint
beautiful.
and turn my head. Yeah, I'll take it. I'll take it. Miley is a goddess. I didn't mean to. Well, I wouldn't go that far, mate. Like, she's all right, I suppose, if you've had a few, but she's not a goddess.
You know, that's how I felt about Priyanka Chopra when she married Nick Jonas. Actually, when they got engaged, I was super
Nick
jealous
Jonas?
for Nick Jonas. Yeah. And I was like, Priyanka, why did you marry that freaking like
Obviously
boy band?
gay man.
That boy band or, you know, guy that, you know, is not good, you know, whatever. But now I love Nick Jonas just as a person. They seem to be very well fit for each other. But I was just like, Nick Jonas, it's Priyanka Chopra. She's a
He's not
freaking
gay,
goddess. She's Miss
seriously.
Universe. No, Nick Jonas is not gay. He's been married to that woman for years now. They actually
Yeah,
had 2 different wedding ceremonies.
But lots
He
of-
could, I mean, maybe they're beards. You don't know.
Yeah, okay.
Beards
I
are
watched-
a normal thing.
I watched the Jonas Brothers TV. Like, seriously, he's not gay.
No, I've never watched the TV show. I know nothing about Nick Jonas except for the little bit I've seen with him and Priyanka and him hosting for The Voice, or not hosting, but judging.
Well, anyway, that'll wrap us up for this week. We will return next week, despite the hopes of man. It's good night from me, and it's good night from them. Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Good night, people.